All right, you guys. Linkin Park. Me or Don have never heard the song or seen this video, so this will be interesting. R.I.P. Chester.
John Podesta Jr.
Here we go. What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
Now, this song is called New Divide by Linkin Park. I've never heard it, and the visuals so far, like all futuristic, kind of Tron-ish, kind of wild. I don't know.
Yeah, they're dope. I like them.
Yeah. Anyways,
do you know anything about the conspiracy theories around him?
who?
Pennington.
No.
You don't?
No.
Are you being serious right now?
Being dead serious. I don't, bro, he passed away from, I don't even, you can't, anyways. It's hard to talk about certain things on YouTube.
Well, that's why I just think about it, because is that something that, like, the anniversary or something was recently? Because I just seen people talking about him recently, and I didn't know if it was because that was the anniversary. Yeah. Not to make it dark, but it's just like one of those things that comes up, like John Podesta Jr., that's the rumor.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, so maybe someone in the comments does. I have no clue. I don't even know who that is.
And
John Podesta? Who is that?
He's the Clinton associate.
Oh, God, here you go.
Who's got all kinds of funky artwork. The handkerchief. Look up the handkerchiefs.
Don, save that for our tinfoil podcast.
Listen here. I got to let the people know when we have an opportunity to bring the truth to light. I must fight these demons. The demons that are trying to take over.
See what I got to deal with, you guys? Do you see? Are you watching? You get to see it in real time.
He gave his life to let the truth be known.
No edits. This is the I got to deal with. All right, you guys. If you're here for New Divide by Linkin Park, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it popping.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, y'all. Let me get this logo down and pull the video up. I was just thinking how you literally just went from Democrat Don to Don MAGA in the freaking span of 5 seconds, bro. This is crazy. All right, you guys. Yeah, man. I put out music. I'm a hip-hop artist. If you guys would be kind enough to support some of the original stuff we do, it allows us to do more of it. Me and him have a podcast in the work, a game show. But right now I did do a collaboration podcast with Cliff Beats, Knox Hill, That Singer Reactions, and Anthony Ray. I'll start linking stuff in the description if y'all want to check it out. Shout out to the members. If you want to become a member, link is in the description as well. It gives you access to the reactions early. But, yo, appreciate the members, man. Y'all the real MVPs. And let's get this thing going. So that's funny. It just says view product all quick. I'm like, these bros are balling. Anyways, let's get it. So this is New Divide by Linkin Park. I put up the closed cap so I can maybe see some of these lyrics.
Your voice was all I heard, that I get what I deserve. So give me reason to prove me wrong, to wash this memory clean. Let the thoughts cross the distance in your eyes. Give me reason to fill this hole, connect the space between.
his voice, every time I hear this MF, I'm like, golly, he is bananas. He said, cross this new divide.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything I've heard from them is like, I don't want to go down that route like Tormented Soul, but like a lot of the music, I've only heard Numb and In the End.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I recently reacted
well, that's
to
immediately
what
I think of. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's exactly what I was thinking of. I was like, man, when I think of them, I think of like Comfortably Numb. It seems like somebody who's struggling. And then,
Or their joints just Numb. Comfortably Numb's from Pink Floyd.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I've become so numb. That's regardless.
Yeah, I got you what you're saying. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I just-
Regardless, that's what, comes to mind for me. And then when you think about, his passing, it's tragic. And then just like I said, there's these rumors that float around, and it's always like, put on the tinfoil hat, cancel him, he's spreading misinformation. But then, you've got the whole Nickelodeon thing that's coming out now, that whole documentary
Yeah.
that they just released
Yeah.
about Nickelodeon. And that's what people say, that he was, a part of that, a victim of that
Yeah.
system. Right. And that's why
And he was telling the truth in
that
his
he was
music.
tormented, and he was telling the truth in his music. And then that's what some people allude to as to what his passing was associated with. Chris Cornell as well is another one.
See, I didn't know that. Like, I've been reacting to Chris Cornell from Audio Slave to Soundgarden to he has these. He had this epic. He performed "No One Compares to You" on Sirius Radio, and this. I don't want to go crazy, but like Hollywood is weird, and the music. I'm in the music industry,
And XS is another one.
and I've been ostracized for certain things that happened in 2020, and I know what they do to people that don't do certain things, don't follow the narrative, that whistle blow. Like, you're not wrong about that. I just didn't know he could have potentially been involved in some of the darkness that went on, and then he was. Then what you're alluding to is like,
well, even just, and again, there are just certain aspects of this where I'm almost hesitant to talk about it because A, we're on YouTube, and B, I don't want to be out there just, spreading nonsense.
because it is just what
But
people are saying.
People have talked about, like, Linkin Park is one of the places that was known for doing like MK Ultra experiments. So there's all these weird things, and you look at their logo, the LP logo, and compare it to some other logos, and you're like, oh, interesting.
I don't even know what I have. Bro, I'm kind of lost right now because I haven't even thought of their logo like that. I have to look at their logo to recognize it.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's just like, there's just these things, but just knowing that this stuff is actually happening and so much of it is coming to light now. It's like, for a while, it was just like, oh, you're crazy. And now it's like, you're crazy. The rumors about Diddy that people have been talking about for 20 years are no longer you're crazy. It's you were right all along.
What I will say is this. I'm going to dive into more of their music on the channel and listen, but he's saying something. In every song, he is saying something. He's speaking to you about pain from either someone's perspective or his own. And there's something to that that's kind of eerie now that he's gone.
Yeah,
this is the truth. That's
and
the
so,
truth.
and I just have to get that out because, it's there. So now I can just shut up and enjoy the music. But it's like, without speaking to that, it's like, hey, that's just, part of it. And then it just begs the question for me of like, what was he really struggling with? And we all have our own struggles. I mean, to various degrees. I think all of us have gone, through the tribulations, and that's why his music appealed to so many people, because whether it's like, traumatic past from parents or just brokenheartedness from loving the wrong person,
or foul play from Nickelodeon.
Exactly.
Bro, that's crazy.
There was nothing inside but memories left abandoned. There was nowhere to hide, the ashes fell like snow, and the ground caved in between where we were standing.
you know, when I listen, first and foremost, the music, like listening to Linkin Park and Chester's voice, I don't think they could, like, I don't want to say, but I don't feel like they can make a bad song. They're just so good. Like, but man, it's just crazy. Like, I really like that song. You know, and I'm trying to, you know, think of, because I feel like it can be interpreted in multiple ways in some of the things he's saying. And I'm like, and then you throw some of that other stuff in the mix, which I don't, you know.
To me, this is more like a love song where he's talking about having that distance, you know, a new divide.
Yeah.
You know, which I think.
It's almost like Give Me a Chance type of a joint in a sense. Kind of.
Yeah, I just related it to like when you're in that space of a relationship and then you just have this divide that's like just shows up at some point in it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I also took it as like, you know, he's like saying, let me erase these memories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's some depth to that. And there's a part that feels like the way it's being said is almost like, what is the word? Self-deprecating in a way, but maybe not. It just, I don't know. There's so much emotion the way he's singing it as well. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, no, I relate to it. Like I said, it's like, it reminds me of being in a relationship where something happens and then, you know, you want to wash it away. It's like you want to take back the thing that you said.
Or did.
But then you know that there's this new divide that you can't wash away and that everything from this day forward will be different.
But that's what I was talking about, interpretation, because, you know, it could be a relationship joint, but it could be like, you know, that divide and doing something that you can't take back can come in many forms.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying, like, to me, it didn't hit me like a relationship. For me, I was
no,
like,
I relate to it in many ways. But,
yeah.
You know, it's funny because I was just thinking like, damn, I'm so glad I'm done with that part of my life because my whole, you know, 20s when they were first coming out was creating divides of like, oh, I can't take this back.
It's kind of crazy. What I will say is I think
the visuals were dope too. It like that blurriness reminded me of when you used to watch like HBO and try to catch a titty on the low. you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? That cable blocked Playboy channel.
You were trying to watch Red Shoe Diaries.
Exactly. You're like, oh, I saw a nipple.
Faster.
Hold up.
Yo, the craziest thing is like, you know, me going down these rabbit holes of rock, seeing music change the subject matter. Cause you know, I'm listening to like a lot of 70s stuff and even 80s, but like right around the end of the 80s and 90s, a lot of this mental health rock music, I think this is called new metal, but a lot of this mental health journey starts. And now we're at this really interesting place in the new world where, you know, mental health is the full front issues of everything and everyone. So I thought that was interesting. I'm kind of connecting the dots with that.
Wonder why.
But anyways, you guys, let us know what we got.
Pfizer.
This guy. You guys, let us know what we got, what we missed. Try not to go too crazy on the conspiracy. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.